Hey guys, Joanna coming in. We're going to keep going on here with some more Rome 2 Siege battles. We have a 3v3 here for today. I hope everybody had a fantastic New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Hope everybody's new year is starting off rather well, if not fantastic. Let's get into the army comps here real quick. Actually going to get this one started on slow motion. We will get into the army comps. So we have on this side here, we have Pergamon being commanded by the Mighty Gatto. Mighty Gatto has brought with him 3 units of his Thurio spears, 2 units of Galatian swords, 2 units of the pikes. He's also got 6 units of the Agema spears right back over here. Pretty solid spear infantry unit. He's also got a couple of his archers here. He's actually brought with him, looks like only, actually these are, picked peltasts, sorry. He has brought with him 4 units of the picked peltasts. He's got 2 units of pikes, like I said, a unit of militia hoplites, 2 units of the Pergamon's cavalry, and one of them being his general, noble cavalry. Getting into Saba here, Saba is being commanded by Einar Lone Wolf. He's brought with him 7 units of the noble swordsman, one of them being his general. He's got all 7 units right back over here. He's also bringing a ton of mercenaries. He's got his 4 units of Sabaean archers here. Everything else he's got is mercenaries. He's got 2 units of the Masagat marauders there, 1 unit of mercenary Marib guard there. Also on this side, he's got another unit of mercenary Marib Guard, 2 other units of Maskat Marauders, and back over here, he's actually got 2 units of cavalry, 1 unit of Desert Heavy Lancers, and 1 unit of the Royal Marib Cavalry. This is also one of the other units of the Pergamon Cavalry here, the Pergamenis Noble Cavalry there. And the final defending ally on this side, we have Pontus. Pontus is being commanded by the Last Spartan. He has actually brought with him a staple of the Pontus army and faction. He's got 11 units of Pontic swords, 2 units of Thurio spears, 2 units of pikes, 4 units of the Eastern archers. One of the Pontic swordsmen actually is his general, and he has also brought a unit. So I'm guessing we're going to have a little bit of a sally out over here. Pontus has brought a unit of the armored Numidian riders, so that should be pretty interesting to see. 4 units of pretty heavy cavalry going to be coming out at some point. Getting into the attackers, we have Egypt, who's way over here by himself, and I'm going to guess that's probably not going to be a good thing. Usually when you line up by yourself, you're usually signing yourself up for some sort of a sally out. Let's get into his army comp. Egypt is being commanded by Yellow Banana. He has brought with him 2 units of thorax swords, 3 units of the Galatian swords. He's got 3 units of the Royal Thorax Swordsman. He's got 3 units of the Cretan archers, 1 unit of Numidian bows, 2 units of pikes, 1 unit of Levi Thurio spears, 2 units of Egyptian cavalry. He has brought with him a heavy onager, which should be able to take down something over on this side of the wall. They do some pretty good damage. And his general back over here is a unit of the Ptolemaic cavalry. Getting into his first ally, we have over here Swaby. Swaby is being commanded by ADPX-17. Again, a pretty staunch army here. He has actually brought with him 13 units of the Bloodsworn, 4 units of Longbow Hunters, and 2 units of the Noble Riders, one of them being his general. So pretty stand-up army. Actually, he's also got a German onager back here also. I did not see that at first. And the final ally for the attackers over here, we have, that's right, Macedon. Macedon is being commanded by Autist. He has brought with him, actually kind of a little strange to see, he's got 8 units of Thurio spears, 2 units of the shield bearers, 2 royal peltasts, 3 units of Cretan archers, 1 normal archer, a ballista, and his general is a companion cavalry. Now the reason why I said that was the weird at the beginning there is that is a lot of Thurio spears to be attacking with. Usually you would see a lot of spears on defense, but we will have to see how this goes for Macedon. I have hit play now, so we're getting this underway. We do have some of the fire coming from the Greek ballista here, getting into this unit of Bloodsworn, actually down 25 men already on this tortoise here. Has any other units really lost any men just yet? Not that I can see. Definitely looks like this unit is taking a brunt. Ooh, another 4 lost right there on that volley. Oh, more there. Down to 126 men. Let's see how the Ram is doing. Ram is actually down to 131 men, so they're taking shots from something as well. I'm going to guess that maybe this is being auto-fired and manually fired. Let's just take a look and see where he's firing. Actually, no, it looks like he's just concentrating here now. We have, oh, actually, here's a little bit of a problem. We have 2 units stacked up on top of each other. Looks like both of them are suffering some losses. This unit down to 135. This unit has lost a man so far. So a little bit of a cluster over here with his tortoises and rams. Let's take a look over here. Actually, a lot of fire coming in from Macedon here, taking some damage in onto this wall. This tower is actually up to 36% damage. And ooh, wow. Lot of dead Pontic swordsmen here. I'm guessing, yeah, wow, this unit's already down to 33 men left in this unit. So well timed, well aimed, on purpose, not on purpose, I'm not sure, but Pontus is already down pretty much a full unit of their swordsmen. Let's shoot on over here, see what Egypt is up to. Not really a bunch. He's starting to move some of his towers. Does he have his onager firing? It is firing. Where are they? Oh, they actually have a breach broke open, I should say. Very well done. Good job. Is he shooting anywhere? What else is he shooting at? It is saying that there's still... Oh, he's firing at this archer tower up over here. So that actually is a pretty good idea. He'll only really have to worry about 1 arrow tower if he's able to get this one all the way down. Let's see how these are landing. 2 out of the 4 landed on this tower, so there's up to 52% damage. Do we have... Yes. Cavalry is now making their way out. Like I said, the Pergamanes Noble Cavalry. We have a unit of the Armored Numidian Riders, also from Saba here, Desert Heavy Lancers, and a unit of the Royal Morib Cavalry. Royal Morib Cavalry is going way out over here. The other 3 heavy units are making their way in this direction towards Swaby. I wonder where he's going to go. Oh, it looks like he's swinging around as well. So it does look like all 4 of the units of cavalry will be heading in this direction over towards Swaby. Swaby's general is pulling back around behind his formation here. We have 2 units of Bloodsworn here. I don't think that's going to go very well, though. This is a heavy shock cavalry. General's actually making his way out. That could be a bad idea. It's only heavy melee cavalry, and yes, the general is going to try and pull back, but they're going to get a charge. Actually pretty good. They slowed the charge down, but this unit here, oh god. 150, wow. That unit of Bloodsworn just got ripped apart. And, oh no. The Armored Numidian Riders are now starting to get into some of the longbow hunters here for Swaby. Swaby is desperately trying to get some more of his infantry units over here to slow this damage. He's actually pulled his onager crew off of the onagers. Probably trying to save them as well. But the... Oh, no, Pontus Cavalry is now getting cut down with the infantry units being over there. But we still do have this unit of the Pergamon Cavalry over here. He's just about to start getting to work here. He's getting into some of the Bloodsworn. Where are the other 2 units of cavalry? Here comes a unit of the Desert Heavy Lancers for Saba here, and his other unit of cavalry is sitting back. Actually, they're coming in now. They're making their way in. But yeah, pretty good. They're doing a lot of damage to the infantry unit so far. The general has actually lost 6 men so far. This Saba cavalry does not look like they are in a good position, down to 38 men out of the 80 that they were in, or that they started with, I should say. Macedon does have a unit of Hysterio spears up on the wall here, but they are getting hammered by Pila volleys, and they're actually taking on a unit of Pontic swordsmen up on the wall as well. Macedon does have 2 sections of wall down over here anymore. No. He's got 2 sections of wall down here. He has actually brought 2 units of Hysterio spears down off of the wall, currently taking on a unit of Pontic swordsmen. He's moved his archers up, all 4 of his units of archers up, trying to probably get some fire in onto these Pontic swordsmen, but more of Pontus is moving their way over, starting to bring over a couple of his units of his archers. He does have a unit here of his Hysterio spears. They're more than likely going to get ready to start throwing their javelins as well. Let's shoot on over to the Egypt side, see what we have going on. Okay, so he had that wall breach like we knew. Damage of the towers up to 78%. He's bringing up 3 of his towers on this side. Where are his other towers going? Actually, oh wow, he's swinging 2 of his other units of towers here, 2 units of Galatian swordsmen around onto this side. So looks like maybe he's going to try and do a little bit of an enveloping attack. New tactic of attack that I don't recall ever seeing. But hey, stranger things have happened. We do have the Pergamon pikemen here up at the breach point. They do not currently have their pikes out, which could be just maybe him trying to disguise this unit as maybe just a regular spear unit and not allow them to be seen as pikes just yet. Do have the, let's see, Thorax swordsman climbing up on the wall here, starting to neutralize this tower. The second tower is dropping off a unit of the Levi Thurios spears, which could be good because he can use them to throw Pila down into this unit of Galatian swords. Final tower on this side with a unit of Galatian swordsmen moving up. They have now landed on the wall. Let's skip back over here, see how this sally out is going. Second unit of the Sabaean cavalry is in the mix over here. We do have 2, actually, Swaby has lost 2 units of his archers here are routing. One at 34, one at 68. Sabaean cavalry that is in the mix over here does seem to be being cut down finally. So that is a little bit of a good, not a little bit, that's a good thing for Swaby over here. He has lost a lot of his infantry. A lot of his units are knocked down. Actually, back over here, we do still also have the Pergamonides noble cavalry. They are currently in combat with the Egyptian cavalry. Cavalry here for Egypt is doing a fantastic job against that noble cavalry. See, he still does have his onager crew. The Sabaean cavalry unit has now routed off of the battlefield, so Swaby was able to save some of his hunters, which is good. I'm not sure if either one of these, 68 and 34, I don't know if either one of these units are going to come back, though. We will have to keep an eye and see if he ends up having more than 2 units of archers coming up onto the wall. Macedon making a huge push. Actually, this Thurio spear unit here for Pontus not faring very well. Unit of shield bearers in here with some royal peltasts. The breach point here, we do have some fighting going on. Pontic swordsman taking on a unit of Thurio spears here as well. Do have a lot of archer fire coming in. He's got his 2 units of mercenary Cretan archers here firing into that breach. Unit of archers here just standing for a moment here, and the Cretan archers here are still holding as well. Does look like Pontus was able to defeat these 2 units that had come in on this side. Now he's going to be able to close the gaps in onto these units of Thurio spears and shield bearers. His archers are now unleashing their arrows, loosing their arrows, however you'd like to say it. Getting some good shots into the back of this shield bearer unit. Shield bearer is now taking some Pila volleys by this unit of Pontic swordsmen. Looks like this shield bearer unit is a little bit out of position because they're going to be able to be flanked. Yeah, they're fighting these 2 units here, and these 2 units, one of the units flanked around onto the back. You can see them starting to chew in onto this shield bearer unit as they are facing the wrong direction. Shield bearer unit is now, looks like I don't know what they're doing. Not entirely sure where they're going. Looks like maybe they're going to try and go out. Actually, Pontus actually sent a unit of his swordsmen out. Thurio spears here and the foot companions. Unit of foot companions here for Macedon. So, pretty good fighting going on over there. Let's see how Egypt is doing with his attack. He's actually got a unit of his Royal Thorax swordsmen already pushed into the settlement, taking on a unit of Thurio spears. Unfortunately, it looks like this Thorax swordsman unit is about to get flanked, or nope, these Thurio spears are probably just going to move up to block this second unit of Royal Thorax swordsmen who are coming in through the breach point. Egypt does have a lot of his archers up here getting some pretty good volleys in. Looks like they're trying to take out some of the picked peltasts here for Pergamon. Second unit of his picked peltasts there. Any of his Agema spears moving just yet? We do have 1 unit of, this is pikemen. Pikemen are now starting to make their way over. These units of Agema spears have remained there so far. Let's see how his landing is going over here. Egypt, a unit of Galatian swordsmen up on the wall here. Might be beneficial for him to move on over here and at least neutralize, if not take this tower, because that would definitely help him out, not continuously getting shot in the back by these towers. This Galatian swordsman unit actually already down to 91 men left. We have another unit of Galatian swordsmen up on the wall here. Looks like they are in the middle of fighting a unit of the militia hoplites here for Pergamon. So pretty solid wall defense so far. We do have a lone unit of Galatian swords up on taking on a unit of Levi Thurio spears and a unit of Thorax swordsmen. Cavalry is back onto the Egyptian side over here. They had gone over to help with the sally out. Swaby does look like he's making a little bit of ground inside the settlement. He's taking over 2 of his breach points here. We have a unit of Thurio spears holding off a unit of Bloodsworn here. Another unit of the mercenary Marib guard over here. Oh, so Pontus actually sent a unit of Thurio spears over here to give Saba a hand. Not going very well on this side, though. All of the 2 units of the Sabaean archers here getting some really good volleys in onto these Bloodsworn here. The second unit of Bloodsworn back over here is taking some losses as well. Some more Bloodsworn making their way up over onto this side, probably trying to just break their way through here. Mercenary Marib guard front line down to 64 men left in that unit, but there is just, there's 3 units of mercenaries here, 1 unit of, actually 2 units of mercenaries here, a unit of noble swordsmen here as well. This choke point should probably take a long time for Swaby to be able to knock through. And it's not looking very good over here for Swaby. He has sent in a decent amount of his infantry already. So, not looking very good for Swaby on his attack. Back over here onto Macedon, we have a couple more units coming in. Some more, another unit of his shield bearers in here taking on a unit of Pontic swordsmen. Unfortunately, this unit of Pontic swordsmen is actually getting a bit of a flanking fire in onto these shield bearers. They're already down to 64 out of 160. These 2 units here are kind of out of position as well. Actually, ooh, more artillery fire coming in. Where are they firing at? Actually firing into the Pontus archers here. Does not look like, this is the only unit that has taken any losses so far. They're down to 107. Let's swing on back over here to Pergamon, see how we're doing. Oh, actually, Pergamon seems to have pulled back a little bit. They have lost control of this tower, which could be beneficial for them, but his Peltas here getting some really good fire. Gema spears are tossing their spears, tossing their javelins, I should say. Solid line here, a unit of Agema spears was mixed in with a unit of pikemen here. Egypt needs to start moving. I would not say it would be a bad idea for him to get all 4 of his units of archers up here, start firing in onto this line to at least try and take out the pikemen. Pikemen are taking some losses, like I said, from the arrow tower that Egypt has captured. Let's get in onto this side. Here's some cavalry moving around. Oh, Pergamon's general has made his way out of the settlement. Wonder where he's going to go. This looks like it could be a prime target because the remaining 2 units of archers here for Swaby, what are they firing at? Firing at a unit of Pontic Thurio spears that have broken. That sometimes is the problem of leaving your archers with their auto shot on. They'll just fire at everything. Oh, actually, Swaby doing rather good on this side, actually. I'm kind of surprised by this. Mercenary Masagat Marauders are out. Noble swordsmen here, backing up the Marib guard there as well. The Swaby Bloodsworn unit is going to lose, but he did bring his, Swaby did bring his onager up, and he's actually getting some good fire in. So hitting the Noble Swordsman. Noble Swordsman, ooh, a couple losses on that one, down to 122. They're actually taking a lot of archer fire as well. Oh, Pergamon General, how did he just walk right through? He got a perfect charge in onto this unit of archers. Swaby General trying his best to come over here. This Swaby General is beaten up, though, down to 24 out of 80. Yeah, this Pergamon General, well done. Fantastic job there by Pergamon here, the Mighty Gado. Getting into the other 2 units. Swaby's General is now breaking. He's in on the Onager crew. Onager crew is not looking good. The Swabian General is now dead. So I'm going to say that's probably the end of Swaby's attack over here. He does still have a unit of his Noble Riders back over here, but they're walking. Does not look like they are that desperate of getting into the combat itself, as we see the Noble Riders general unit riding away as they have been broken. But yeah, Swaby is now done. He's got his one unit of cavalry left. That last unit of infantry has now been routed as well. Wow. That's rough to see. That general, fantastic. Let's see what the general got up to on that. 126 kills. Suebi cavalry is still swinging around. Maybe he's going to try and get a last-ditch charge in onto something to try and redeem a little bit of his army. But unfortunately, they look like they're just riding on past, and the noble cavalry here for Pergamon's going to get in onto them, down to 59 men in that cavalry unit there for Suebi. Back over on this side, Pontus seems to be holding very firmly against the Macedonian attack. His general is actually way back there. Onager, actually it's a fixed ballista. Oh, fixed artillery. That's rough. It could have been beneficial for him to have a mobile artillery. He could have come up here and maybe gotten some more shots in onto the Pontus army. Pontus is actually looking still rather formed. He's got all 4 of his units of archers. He's lost a decent amount of his swordsmen. Now he's only 4 units of swordsmen. But he's not, it doesn't look like he's going to stop. He's actually sending units out here. Got 2 units of his Pontus swordsmen making their way out, getting into this unit of Thurio spears, attacking a unit of foot companions who are facing in the wrong direction. Oh, I'm sorry, nope, this is like the Pontic swordsmen are going to come around and get a rear charge in onto this unit of Thurio spears, probably trying to make their way into the archers, but again, Pergamon general here again getting massive charges in onto Macedonian's archers now. Wow. He's up to 240 kills here now. The majority of his kills have been archers. Fantastic job with the noble cavalry here. Pikes for Macedon starting to make their way over. Finally, the Pergamon's general is routing. Wow, that cavalry, they did a really good number on all of the archers pretty much. There was 2 units of archers here for Suebi, 4 units of archers over here. This one down to 106, 80, and 90 left. Let's get back up over here, see how well Pergamon's actual wall defense is going. Oh, actually a lot of units have been moved in here by Egypt. He's doing some work. Once he got up on the front line here, some Egyptian cavalry charged in onto the Agema spears. Cavalry is actually now starting to break. More units charging in. Galatian swordsmen backing up a unit of Royal Thorax swordsmen. But as I saw, yeah, with Suebi being gone, Saba is going to send over a pretty good chunk of his army. Over here to assist Pergamon. Do have some more of the mercenaries here. Is that Suebi cavalry still here? Wow, he is. Down to 11 men left in this unit. Morale not looking very good. Casualties sustained. The general was also killed from the Suebi army. Saba has left a unit of his Masagat marauders there just in case. I don't think this cavalry is going to be very effective, though. They're kind of just riding around in circles, getting picked off by this gate tower here. See how the defense is going on this side. A lot of artillery fire, a lot of archer fire now coming out here for Pontus into this unit of foot companions who are just standing here taking these shots, losing another 4 men there. Another 5 on that volley here. More Pontus soldiers pulling their way out, probably trying to get into these units of ranged here, and they're going to be able to get right around. Big Pila volley into this unit of Cretan archers here. Actually going to turn and get a good side charge onto the foot companions, who again are out of position. Down to 117 men left in this pike unit, and they are still getting shot. Do have the Pontus general making his way out. We have a bit of a sally out coming here from Pontus, sending out more of his swordsmen, cutting into these foot companions and Thurio spears. This unit of Pontic swordsmen have made it into the archer bed here. 2 units of the Cretan archers there from Macedon. His 3rd unit still over there. Unit of archers have pulled back. Thurio spears have pulled back. General's now finally starting to move forward. He should have been up there a long time ago. Try and give his men some morale. Does seem that Macedon's attack is going to be pretty much held. They didn't really make it very far into the settlement. Again, like I said at the beginning, that's one of the problems with attacking with a bunch of spears. The defenders are going to have swords. Spears and swords It usually works out in favor of the swords. So, yeah, we do still have this unit of pikemen here, but they are getting cut down. The Pontus general is there, doing some pretty good damage. Let's check over here on Egypt. Egypt's still doing rather well. He's got a lot of infantry left. He's got his archers still here, pushing in. What do we have defending? We have some Royal Thorax Swordsmen, 2 units of those, unit of the pikemen now making their way in here for Egypt. Starting to actually push Pergamon back. His Agimus Spears, 1 unit of his pick peltasts are starting to waver, but the Saba archers here, 2 units of the Sabaean archers getting some fantastic shots in onto these Cretan archers. Unit of the Nubian bowmen have now routed, and I hear artillery fire right here. The eastern onager for Saba has moved his way up really, really close. This is more than likely being manually fired, cutting through these thorax swordsmen. These pikemen taking some fantastic losses here. Unfortunately, some fantastic losses. Oop, wrong button there. I'll take down the flags a little bit. You can watch some of the fighting. Oh, God. Just ripping through these lines of the Royal Thorax Swordsmen and pikemen here. More shots, probably taking out some of his own, but with Saba over here now as well, giving Pergamon a hand. Not really mattering if Pergamon loses a few men. What is that? Pergamon has now made it through, pulled a unit of his Agimus Spears through, going to charge right into this unit of Cretan archers, which is standing here. These archers are out of ammunition, so that's at least a good thing. That unit of the Agimus Spears is about to be side charged. 2 units of Thorax Swordsmen coming in, going to cut that unit of Agimus Spears down. More pikemen making their way in here for Egypt. So pretty good battle going on this side. Actually, we have some of the Galatian swordsmen, Royal Thorax Swordsmen, getting into the Sabaean archers here. So pretty good. They're doing good. They're pushing hard. Unfortunately, units of Agimus Spears here getting some good volleys in onto the backs. And this artillery is probably just racking up kills. 160 kills so far for that onager crew. Let's shoot on back over to Pontus and Macedon. Yeah, Macedon is looking really not very good. He's got his 2 units of archers here. He's pushing up another unit of his Thurio Spears. His general here in the diamond formation. Not sure. Looks like they're getting ready to go somewhere. Let's stay with them. See where they end up going. We do see another unit of his Cretan archers. Flag here is routing. What is protecting this breach point? I think that's where the Macedonian general is heading. Yeah, we have Pontic Swordsman General and another unit of Pontic Swordsmen here protecting this gate, or this breach. Pikemen now reforming their lines, and good charge, actually. Solid charge by the companion cavalry general here, but they're going to get mosh pit now. They're right in the middle of this mosh pit. Pikemen moving up, Swordsman General, actually the Pontic Swordsman General not looking good. He's starting to waver. Macedonian General is pulling back down to 64 out of 80. His other 2 flags back over here routing. Unfortunately, yeah, Macedonian General is now routing. So Macedon will be gone. 9 seconds left in the battle. Wow, massive break here by Egypt. I wonder why they broke. Did they lose their general? Does not say that they lost their general. Maybe it's because their allies were essentially shattered. Swaby was able to make it up to about here. Didn't make it very far on this side as far as combat was concerned. And Macedon really did not make it very far into the settlement at all. So a very solid defense on this side here by Pontus. And with, like I said, with Swaby being eliminated the way that they were, Pergamon over here was doing a fantastic job, but Egypt started to finally throw in some of his heavier, more high-tiered units, so Saba had to send units over here to give them a hand. But pretty good defense there. Pretty solid defense, I should say. Actually, pretty shocking of how solid a defense that was. Let's get into the army comps here. We'll start off with Mighty Gatto here with Pergamon. His general, fantastic uses of his general, getting a lot of archer kills. His general ended up with 255 kills. His other unit of noble cavalry only was 77. Pick Beltas, 53, 14, 62, and 121. Well done there. Agema Spears, 154, 121, 34, 127, 128, and 50. Glacian Swords, 85, 273 kills with this unit there. Wow, really well done with that unit. Militia Hoplites that we saw fighting up on the wall, they ended up with 71 kills. 2 units of pikemen actually completely destroyed. This unit is gone. Okay, good shooting there by Egypt there. The other unit of pikemen with only 30 kills. And his Thurio Spear units here with 30, 4, and 5. Getting into last Spartan here with Pontus. Fantastic job. Fantastic job there against Macedon. His general, 114 kills. His armored Numidian riders, 102. Getting into his archers here, 97, 116, 90, and 116. His pikeman units, barely even used at all, 9 and 0. Thurio Spears, 75, 98. Getting into his Pontic swordsman here, wow. 275, 153, 119, 260, 268, 80, 199, 0, 69, and 135. So aside of this one unit, because the other one's still 69 and 80, fantastic usage of the Pontic swordsman here. Really, really well done there by the last Spartan. Getting into Saba now here with Einar Lone Wolf. His general, not even involved in combat. His onager here, 273 kills as we saw them over there on the Pergamon side. Really close up to the front lines. Fantastic kills there. His Desert Heavy Lancers, 213. Royal Marib Cavalry, 206. His archers, 259, 232, 59, and 37. So 2 units doing really good, 2 units not really doing good, but it doesn't even really look like they got involved in a lot of combat anyway. Mercenary Marib Guard here, 69 and 74. The Mas Got Marauders, 8, 156, 96, and 74. And to finish off with his Noble Swordsman, 48, 26, 3, 92, 3, and 55. So solid defense there by the 3 defenders here. Let's get into Macedon here with Autist. His general with 82 kills, the Giant Ballista with 6. Mercenary Archers, 55. I'm sorry, regular Archers, 55. Cretan Archers here, 127, 184, and 106. His 2 units of Royal Peltas, 104 and 161. Getting into his Foot Companions here, 139 and 77. His Shield Bearers here, 98 and 144, and the rest of his army is Thurio Spears. Unfortunately, 26, 9, 31, 56, 56, 7, 53, and 14. So that right there showing that many Thurio Spears on an attack. I mean, he didn't bring any Thorax Swordsmen with him. That's pretty rough to see for Macedon. Getting into ADPX-17 here with Swaby. His general was 74 kills. His onager was 62. Other unit of Noble Riders was 61. His archers really didn't have any time to get going. The first sally out, and then with the Pergamon general coming over to finish them off, 0, 10, 43, and 11. His units here of Bloodsworn, all the rest of his army here, 9, 31, 67, 43, 142, pretty good there. 29, 91, 79, 37, 77, 33, 126, and 93. So not really well done there. A lot of Bloodsworn. And look at, oh, actually, I just noticed they're all gold chevrons here. That's a lot of money to use on Bloodsworn there. Finally, we have Egypt here with Yellow Banana. His general not even involved in combat. Maybe took a little bit of damage there from something, but 0 kills. His heavy onager was 68. 2 units of the Egyptian cavalry, 19 and 45. Getting into his Cretan archers, 113, 102, 111, and his Nubian bowmen with 81. Glacian swords, 82, 10, and 121. Levi Thurio spears with 20. His 2 units of pikes, 1 with 97, 1 with 1 kill. Royal Thorax swordsmen, again, fantastic units, 199, 342, 115, and 159. 342 kills. Well done with this unit here. And his other 2 units of normal Thorax swordsmen, 136 and 160. So, guys, like I said, I mean, it's a 3v3, pretty short battle there, but that defense, just undeniable of a defense. Holding the walls was a side of the Egypt side with Pergamon. The other 2 factions doing absolutely fantastic, holding their attackers against the walls there. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please make sure to like and comment on it, and continue subscribing to the channel. Getting really close to 500 subscribers now. We're up to 493 last I looked. So, guys, thank you very much for the support, and I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you have a good day.